Fish on. Ahead of ourselves though. Ah, goodness. Gotcha. Look. Wow, that is such a cool animal. Oh, that's amazing. Look at him flatten his head out. Look at the way he flattens his head out. Oh, that's spectacular. That is incredible. Can you guys see the way he flattens his head out? Amazing hognose snake. Incredible animal. He's kind of chilling a little bit. Just kind of sitting on my hand now. It's time we put him back though. Let's put him back. Didn't like that. Look how well he blends in. Look how well he blends into the ground. There he goes. What's up guys? Back on the bayou and playing with some new toys today. You might have seen these in one of the last videos, but I didn't get a chance to tell you what they were. I've got a brand new Big Cat Fever medium action spinning rod, cork handles, and a double locking aluminum reel seat. And I'm using a Daiwa BG 6500 with 80-pound braid. There we go. That's a proper run. I'll walk up here in the grass and follow it. Still going. If it's a gar, this is generally the moment where it's readjusting the bait, getting it further back into its mouth. I would expect it to go downstream again. There we go. Nope, dropped it. Not really any tooth marks on that. Okay, fairly quick run with a big piece of bait. I've been getting so many runs with just small fish at the end. Okay, he just went back under. He's going upstream now. There he is. I can see the float, that bright green float. Pretty much where the rod tip is, guys. That's where the float is at. Going upstream. Just gonna force my hand because he's going for the snag. Wasn't ready to set this hook yet, but gotta do what we gotta do. Oh, I think he dropped it. Oh, I think he dropped it. Got to be kidding me. Oh, nope, he's still on. Okay. Fish on. It's good catfish too. Man, catfish in here are big. I can breathe a little bit. These catfish are big. They don't fight nearly as hard as the gar. He's right below us. Yeah, it's a good fish. Woo! That's a big boy. That's a big one. God. It's like hooking a whale. Listen to how much sound it makes just moving through the water. It's incredible. Big blues aren't really drag pulling fish. Not really drag pulling fish. This is a good one though. Just gonna wear him out a bit. And then we will try to get him. All right, let's walk him over there where that crease in the concrete is. No, God, no, 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 no. Okay, hang on. Holy shit. Okay, compromised. That was a very close moment. There we go. See, I can put this right there. I can put that right there. I'm going to put my whole backpack down for a second. Again, just kind of shove it into that crease. This is a little risky here. You guys can see this line of algae looks very dry. It is not. It's only dry on the top. Once you step on it, you guys can see right where my toes are. Once you step on that, that crust gives way and you are going in. So I'm using this crease in the concrete because I know it's a solid structure I can kind of dig my feet into, kind of Jose Aldo style, where he dug his feet into the edge of the octagon. Here we go. Oh, that is a heck of a fish. Just trying to stand. One knee's giving out, the other one's slipping down the ledge. That is really big. In fact, I think this one is worth a weigh. I actually brought a scale today. I want to see how much this guy is. That's a beautiful animal. This is a gorgeous animal. Let's get him back. Yeah, hold still, buddy. Not yet. Not yet. Big boy or girl. That's big fish. All right, I think it's just about ready. I'm loosening my end of the grippers. There it goes. Back to the depths like a monster. Oh, what a fish. God, those things are just amazing. After a fish like that, I always like to just stop for a minute, have some water. It's a really good moment to kind of reset, make sure you're not getting too hot. I mean, it's November and it's still ridiculously hot out here. It's just life in Texas. But it's also a good time to, take stock of your gear. Just kind of look at our gear, leader's still good, hook point's still nice and sharp. Don't need to adjust anything, I don't need to file that. If I caught a gar, I'd probably take a file to it. And I caught that on the midsection of this mullet. Go. That's a nice bait. I'm gonna walk further down that way. Probably scared everything in the vicinity here. Besides, I saw some pretty big fish over there a little while ago. Okay, we got a fish moving. Okay, this guy's moving upstream like he's a good fish. That fish has not come up yet. I see the float there. He's still trucking, he's still moving. Gotta be very careful stalking him like this while he's on the run. If I get too close, he sees me, it's over. It's moving upstream right alongside the far bank. It's acting like a gar. It has had a very big bait in its mouth for a very long time for it to be a small fish. Typically, they drop big baits very quickly because they get overwhelmed. They can't handle it. They have eyes bigger than their stomach. But this one, oh man, this one's going down again. You can't go down with 3 barrels on him, not with 3, can't. I've missed a lot of fish recently. I'm going to give this one the time it wants to take this bait properly. Got to remember with gar, this entire time I'm walking and talking and stalking, that bait could just be at the end of his mouth. He may not even have that hook in his mouth yet. That's just the nature of fishing for gar, for alligator gar. It's stopping. It's holding position. This has got to be the moment where he's probably readjusting the bait. Feeling for any movement. Looking at the float. Yes, he's doing exactly what I want. Exactly what I want. The float's moving like this, like he's chewing on it. And now he's moving again. I think that was it. I think he just readjusted it. The back of his mouth. I think this is us. Fish on. Oh, okay. It's a gar for sure. He's not really making a big run. Oh, maybe he doesn't understand what's going on yet. What is that? Maybe it's catfish and I just eyed it wrong. What is that? Still haven't got a good look at it. Oh no, it's a pretty good gar. That's a pretty good gar. He's just not putting up much of a struggle. Yeah, he's kind of already given up. Look at that, the circle hook. All right, see, this is dangerous right here. Slip on that, you're going in. No ifs, ands, or buts, you will be going in. So let's walk over here. I let him run. I let him run towards the staircases. You might hear a really awful like clicking noise when he does that, but it's not the gear failing, it's the FG not going through the rod rings. It's totally normal. All right, here we go. Yeah, that hook's right in the corner of his mouth where it should be. Perfect placement. Ah, I love it when that happens. Just don't get ahead of ourselves though. Never get ahead of yourself with these guys. They have magic in the form of throwing a hook. Ah, goodness. I'm trying to reach behind me to get this rope and he's like turning me around. Look at that, like an alligator. They really do resemble their namesake. quite a lot. Oh my goodness, he is giving that leader a hell of a time though. Oh no, don't throw it. No. Gotcha. All right, spool open. Goodness gracious. What a fantastic animal. It's hard to beat this. It really is. These are just special. These are special animals. They really and truly are. Please don't kick. I can feel the weight on my knees, the way it's not supposed to go. Let's get him back. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, stop. A little bit of blood. A little bit of blood, but he's okay. That's just from the initial hook set. There we go. And he just shimmied on backwards. Beautiful animal. Fantastic. You saw a little bit of blood there. It's just from the jaw where he got hooked. He'll be fine. You know, that's one of the reasons that I insist on using thin wire hooks. It's not just easier to get a good hook set on a gar, but it's also much safer once you remove the hook. You know, think about the thickness, the gauge of the puncture that you're putting in this fish. You want it to be as small as possible. Fish are actually quite accustomed to having things like that in their mouth on a regular basis. You know, think about how many times you've reached down for a fish and gotten the dorsal through your hand, or pectoral fins of a catfish and things like that. If you've ever grabbed a tilapia, it's like they have carpenter nails in their back. And these guys swallow that whole all the time. Fish are quite accustomed, more so than you would think, to having very sharp objects poking their mouth. So a hook does not bother them as much as a lot of people would think, as long as it's, you know, the smallest hook possible. Generally speaking, in terms of diameter of the wire. You know, a big circle hook that's a thin wire is doing less damage than a small hook with a thick wire. So that fish will be just fine. Woo. Quick shout out, guys. Waterland Fishing Optics, check them out. It's where I got these glasses. We're partnered with them. These are phenomenal glasses. It's a huge part of what I'm doing. You can't just guess where these fish are. You actually spot them, whether they're breaching or just under the surface. You know, wearing a good pair of polarizing sunglasses, very important. If you want to buy some of these, and I recommend that you do, my code wildlife right there, 15% off. Well worth the money. Check out the link in the description. Ooh, that's an aggressive run. This is the fastest. Oh yeah, wow, this is the fastest, hardest one I've had all day. If I can see the float, I'm going to stop walking, because that means he's closer to the surface and probably could see me. Okay, we're on. This does not feel like a big fish at all, actually. No, this is a tiny fish. Son of a gun. Or it's just moving really fast. So fast I can't feel it. Nope, small fish. Man, that's frustrating. God, that's frustrating. Stop it. Stop. It's gonna scare away everything. It's gonna scare away everything. It's a pretty one, my goodness. Look at you. Look at you. Look at that. Beautiful fish, my goodness. That is quite a beautiful animal. Just not the one I was hoping for. Get this out of your mouth. Nice channel catfish. Well, that's gonna do it for us today. Gotta head back. Nice day though, good fish. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. If you want to help support the channel on Patreon, get a bunch of good stuff in return, check out the link in the description for the Patreon page. More is coming, stay tuned, and until it's here, I will see you guys later.